Good morning and welcome to match number 2 between the Banks Braves and the Hood River Valley Lady Eagles. Banks won their first match of the 2019 season, defeating Franklin of the 6A PIL, winning 25-9, 25-12. We're just about set for match number 2. Banks will have one more match after this one that will start in about an hour or so against Scappoose, and then most likely will advance to the playoffs over on court 1. Probably starting about 2 o'clock or so. Congratulations to the Banks Braves, who picked up their 12th straight win last night. Defeating Gladstone 21-6, getting revenge from a game to start the season last year. Their last loss 35-28. So Hood River will start with the serve first. Will be returned by Kinley Hogue off the net for the kill for the first point as we pull up the roster for Hood River Valley. Serve from Banks is their second straight point as Noelle Herb serves for the first time for the Lady Braves in match number 2. Returned by Hood River Valley, dug out by Jackson out of the back row. Herb sets up Kinley Hogue at the net, blocked, but Hood River unable to come up with the return. Banks with an early 3-0 lead against a Hood River team that looked very strong in this tournament a year ago. Returned by the Eagles, dug out by Sierra Jackson, returned by the Lady Braves for their fourth straight point. 4-0 Braves lead in the first set of match number 2. Serve from Noelle Herb, returned by Hood River, dug out by the Braves, but Emma White unable to play it off the net, and Hood River will pick up their first point of the first set here in match number 2. Serving Sophia Newton, Hood River in navy blue and gold at the net. And Lady Braves, I think, are going to get a hitting error. Hood River with back-to-back points, trailing 4-2. Natalie Herb sets up back near side. Hood River Valley, number 10, the libero, or number 1, the libero, Kayla Sheesby. Tries to set it up for Taryn Schilling, but can't pull it off the floor. Braves with a 5-2 lead. Kinley Hogue with the serve is going to be well beyond the end line. 5-3 Lady Braves. Hood River regains the serve for Morgan Baker. Outside hitter, middle blocker, 5'9" junior. Jump serve back row. Hogue takes it away from Emma White. And Lady Braves unable to dig it out. Noelle Herb tried to pick it off the net, but back-to-back points for Hood River Valley. Now within one at 5-4. Serve is across from Hood River. Noelle Herb sets up Lindsay back for the kill. Banks regains the serve, leading 6-4. Serve from Haley Van Domlin is misplayed by Sheesby for Hood River Valley. Banks now with a 7-4 lead. Van Domlin again from the far side. Low serve, but picked up by Mackenzie Chambers. Sheesby dives to the floor near side. Returned by Hood River Valley. Taryn Schilling. Lady Braves get it back across, but wide to the far side. And I think they're going to get a touch on Hood River. Arguing the call is Chloe Kurahara, one of the top players, 5A volleyball. The Braves an 8-4 lead. Van Domlin still holding serve far side. Skips off the net and will come up short. 8-5. Hood River Valley gets the serve back for Kurahara. Jump serve near side. Back row is well beyond the end line. Lady Braves stretch the lead back to 4, 9-5 in the first set. Winning their opening match 25-12, 25-9 over 6A Franklin. The serve from back far side is an ace. Braves now with a 10-5 lead over what is predicted to be one of the stronger teams once again in 5A volleyball, with the 6'3" Chloe Kurahara. The serve from back far side is short this time, and Hood River Valley picks up the point, trailing 10-6. Serve from Hood River Valley. Nice job by Lindsay Beck to keep it in play. Dives into her own bench, but Van Domlin can't chase it down in the back row. And Hood River again with back-to-back points, trailing 10-7. Serving Mackenzie Chambers near side, dug up by Kinley Hogue. Has it spin slightly out of control, but Beck able to control. Back to Hogue, and it's going to go off the net. Valley Catholic going on a little bit, or Hood River Valley going on a little bit of a run, now trailing 10-8, and we have an early timeout by Banks, 10-8 in the first set. We'll be back after this 30-second Rob Edwards insurance timeout.
Are you looking for that dream home you've always wanted? When you partner with Edwards Realty Trust, your goal of becoming a homeowner becomes our number one goal. We make it happen by providing unmatched and exceptional service throughout every step of the home buying process. Give us a call today at 503-939-6053 or visit us online at edwardsrealtytrust.com. Let us help you get that dream home you've always wanted.
Banks finally gets the serve back with a point off the serve from Hood River Valley at 13-11. Serve from Haley Jackson. We're going to get a hitting error on Kayla Sheesby, and Banks with back-to-back points to pull back within one at 13-12. Haley Jackson holding serve for the Braves. Kurahara, returned by Hood River Valley. Heard a whistle, may have come from the opposite court. Herb sets up Kinley Hogue, dug out by Sheesby at the net. Up against the flagpole. Nice job by Kurahara to get it back across. Dug out by Nia Jackson back in the game. Hogue would have been long, but played by Hood River Valley. Return dug out by Jackson back row. Herb center row sets up Kinley Hogue on the return. Kurahara sets up Sheesby into the net, and we're tied at 13. Excellent volley that time between these two competitive teams. Banks last won the 4A state title in 2015, defeating Sisters. Haley Jackson holding serve, tied at 13. And this time the serve is short. Hood River Valley regains the lead 14-13 in the first set. Serve from Sheesby, dug out by Jackson far side. Should have let it go, but Beck able to come up with the return, and it's going to be long, aiming for the far back corner. Hood River Valley stretching their lead back to 2, 15-13 first set, or game one of match number 2. And an ace from Kayla Sheesby back to a 3-point lead, 16-13 for the Lady Eagles. Hood River Valley, coached by Scott Walker, assisted by Clinton LaTourette, Megan Frazier, and Courtney Harvey. Sheesby is short on that serve attempt, so Lady Braves get a point back, trailing 16-14, serving near side Emma White. Nice dig attempt from Mackenzie Chambers, but can't keep it in play as it goes off of Morgan Baker. Lady Braves back within one after what was essentially an ace from Emma White. It's trailing 16-15. This time dug out by Chambers to Sheesby. Return back across Sophia Newton, dug out by Emma White for the Braves. Herb sets up Kinley Hogue, off blocked, and big attempt from Noelle Herb is over the head of Kinley Hogue. Can't keep it in play. Hood River Valley regains the serve, up 17-15 first set. Serve from Terrence Schilling, dug out by Emma White. Nice return. Kurahara sets up Newton far side, dug out by Jackson to back to Jackson. Return by Hood River, but it's going to be long after Kayla Sheesby got too much on that one from Hood River Valley. Banks back within a point at 17-16, regaining the serve for Noelle Herb. Jump serve far side of the key, dug out by Hood River. Baker to Sheesby on the return, dug out by Emma White. Sets up Beck, Herb center the front row, returned by Beck. Hood River Valley able to play it, gets it back across, Jackson to Herb. Jackson goes back at it, and it's going to go long. Hood River Valley back with the serve and a 2-point lead, leading 18-16. Coming in for Hood River Valley, number 3, replacing number 9, Terrence Schilling. No name for number 3 on the Hood River roster. 18-16, Lady Eagles with a 2-point lead. Jump serve from Newton is long, and Lady Braves again within one, and will regain the serve for Kinley Hogue. Long serve into the back row is just about an inch or two long, and Hood River Valley back to a 2-point lead. And the serve for Morgan Baker, outside hitter, middle blocker, 5'9" junior. Into the match for Hood River Valley, number 13, Abby Kellogg, senior 5'4" libero. Jump serve from Baker is dug out by the Braves. Herb sets up Kinley Hogue, short off the net. Hood River Valley back to a 3-point lead at 20-17. Jump serve from Baker this time is long, and Lady Braves within 2, 20-18. First set, match number 2. Haley Van Domelen will serve for the Lady Braves. Serving from the far side, dug out by Sheesby, back row. Kurihara, returned by Sheesby, dug out by Kinley Hogue. Herb comes up to the net late, nearly into the net, but Haley Jackson, nice body control to time her jump and avoid contact with the net. Lady Braves with the point, now down just 1, 20-19 after the kill from Haley Jackson. Van Domelen with a chance to tie, 20-19, and it comes up with an ace. Late diving attempt from Mackenzie Chambers to try to get underneath the ball, and some communication issues that time as nobody called it until it was too late. We're tied at 20 in the first set. We have a timeout, Hood River Valley. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sports Outreach Northwest is a faith-based organization that uses sports to teach young people about the gospel of Jesus Christ. Their free one-day clinics in football, soccer, and basketball, and for a small fee, their 4-day elite camps in wrestling and basketball and their raft trip help use sports to spread the gospel. For more information about Sports Outreach Northwest, contact Eric at sportsoutreachnw.org or call 503-577-1427.
And we're back to live action. 4A number 8 Banks and 5A Hood River Valley tied at 20 in the first set of match 2 at South Meadows Middle School, located just south of TV Highway on Brookwood. The serve from Van Domelen, returned by Hood River. Sheesby is wide though. She slaps it back across the net. Lady Braves regain the lead at 21-20. Serve from Van Domelen, dug out by Hood River Valley. Chambers, and it's going to be returned into the net by the Lady Eagles. Banks with a 2-point lead, 22-20. Van Domelen's serve is down the line. Hood River Valley looked a little confused as there was a whistle on the serve. Far side net judge lecturing the Lady Eagles on some kind of rotation issue. 23-20. Game 1, Lady Braves with the lead, and a hitting error on Abby Kellogg, and the Lady Braves have set point number 1 for here in the first set of match 2 against 5A Hood River Valley. Another Eagle timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Westside Mobile Media is proud to be in their 5th year broadcasting Banks Athletics. We've broadcast championship seasons in football, volleyball, boys basketball, baseball, and softball. Since 2015, we've had over 40,000 interactions worldwide with fans following our broadcasts. That could mean a big boost to your customer base. For more information on how to advertise, contact us at 971-330-8122 or email westsidemobilemedia@gmail.com.
Susie Jurgensen Welcome Home Realty offers services in residential home sales and specializes in rural property. Susie has experience working with first-time buyers to investors. For more information, visit susiejurgensen@gmail.com or email or contact her Facebook page or visit her website susiejurgensen.com or call 503-679-9406. That's 503-679-9406. Susie Jurgensen, Welcome Home Realty.
Again, number 8 Banks winning set 1, 25-20 over Hood River Valley. Noel Herb, Emma White, Haley Jackson, Izzy Appleby, Lindsay Beck, and Kinley Hogue for the Lady Braves. First set from Noel Herb is long, and Hood River Valley will pick up the first point of set number 2 here in the second match. Banks leading 1-0, 25-20. Serve from Samantha McCarty for Hood River Valley is returned by Kinley Hogue off of McCarty for the first point in set number 2 for the Lady Braves, tied at 1. Serve from Kinley Hogue, dug out back row by McCarty to Kurihara. Returned by Sheesby, but long. Lady Braves with back-to-back points to take a 2-1 lead in set 2. Serve from Kinley Hogue is short, dug up by Kurihara, or by Newton to Kurihara far side. Returned by Hood River. Hogue gets it back across for the Lady Braves. Kurihara sets up Newton down the near side to Hogue for the Braves. Noel Herb sets up Lindsay Beck far side, dug out by Newton. Battle at the net. Hogue on the return. Baker dumped over by Newton, dug out by Noel Herb to Hogue. And Jackson on the return to Sheesby for Hood River. Kurihara sets up Sheesby. Back row dug out by Noel Herb to Emma White. Returned by Lindsay Beck. Tried to dump it over the net. Good volley that time, but Lindsay Beck's return comes up just short off the net. Tied at 2. Serve goes back to Hood River Valley. Sophia Newton on the serve. Far side to Jackson. Herb sets up Kinley Hogue off the top of the net. Tried to spike it off the top of the net and did not get enough air underneath it, and it's going to bounce back and be a point for Hood River Valley, leading 3-2 in the second set. Serve from Newton, dug out by Emma White to Beck, returned by Jackson, far side, dug out by Sheesby. Kurihara sets up Baker, but comes up short into the net. Lady Braves and Hood River Valley now tied at 3. Appleby will come out for the Braves. Nia Jackson will come in. Also, Van Domlin will come in to serve. Tied at 3. Returned by Hood River. Beck hits it back across into the back row. Sheesby went after it, and it's going to be a point for the Lady Braves, leading 4-3. Apparently it just made contact with the end line. Serve from Van Domlin, very near corner, is going to be long. And Hood River Valley will tie it at 4. Serve from Sheesby. Dug out back row by Hogue. Noel Herb, far side Jackson off the net. Diving to the floor, Sheesby, but can't keep it in play as it goes into her own bench. Lady Braves regain the lead at 5-4. Banks on the left side of the court. Hood River Valley to our right, and we have a timeout for the Lady Eagles. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this.
Jim's Thriftway is a historic member of the Banks community. They've been a longtime supporter of Banks Youth Athletics and are proud to sponsor BHS broadcasts. Check out their deli with delicious hot food like fried chicken, corn dogs, and chicken wings. Get a custom-made cake at their in-store bakery. They also have a wide variety of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables in their produce department. In the spring and summer, stop by and get delicious barbecue on Fridays and Saturdays. Jim's Thriftway at the corner of Highways 6 and 47 and online at jimsthriftway.com. Proud to be locally owned and operated.
And we're back to live action for a number 8 Banks leading 5A Hood River Valley 5-4. Serve from Jackson is returned by Sheesby for Hood River Valley. Past a diving effort from Lindsey Beck. Hood River Valley will tie it at 5 and regain control of the serve for Chloe Kurahara. 6-3. Van Domlin to Herb, returned by Lindsey Beck, dug up by Kurahara on return. And I think they're going to get a hitting error or net contact for the Lady Braves. Or so Hood River Valley. Yeah, it will be a hitting error for the Braves. So Hood River Valley will regain the lead 6-5. Jump serve from Kurahara, dug out by Beck, back row. Near side corner, Herb sets it back. Beck down the line, far side wide, and Hood River Valley starting to stretch their lead out now to 7-5 here in the second set. Serve from Kurahara, dug out Beck near side back corner to Herb. This time to Jackson, far side in front of Emma Kroll, who has her dig attempt come up short as the ball hits the floor in front of her. Lady Braves trailing 7-6 in the second set. Serve from Jackson. And we're going to have a rotation issue. Somebody moved for the Braves on the serve, and Hood River Valley back to a 2-point lead, 8-6. McCroll serving. Again, Hood River Valley in their navy blue tops with yellow or gold lettering and numerals and trim. Navy blue shorts. Lady Braves white tops with navy blue numerals. Braves in navy blue with gold trim and blue shorts. 9-6 Hood River Valley. Emma Kroll holding serve. Jump serve from well beyond the center of the back row. This time is long. Banks now trailing 9-7 after regaining the serve after the Eagles' service error. Emma White serving from the far corner. Dug out by Sheesby to Kurihara, back to Sheesby. Dug out by Kinley Hogue at the net, and I think we're going to get a Noel Herb, I think, made contact with the net that time trying to dig it out, and Hood River Valley back to a 3-point lead, 10-7. Serve from Kayla McInerney now in the game, and it's going to be a wide, but they're going to say Hood River Valley made contact, and the point will go to the Braves. And now we're going to have a conference with the net judges and back line judge, and they're going to reverse the decision and give the point to Hood River Valley. Lady Eagles 11-7 lead the serve from McInerney. Dug out by Beck, far side. Herb sets up Hogue for the kill down the far side. Lady Braves trailing 11-8 in the second set. Served by Herb. Good. Return by Hood River Valley on what was 4 hits, but I think they're going to say it's inadvertent contact on the first hit by Kurihara. That's the only thing I can figure out. But yeah, they are going to call too many hits on Hood River Valley. So Banks now within 2, 11-9. The serve from Noel Herb. Kurihara to Schilling on the return, and it's going to be long past the far back corner. Braves back within 1, 11-10. And River Valley regains the serve for Taryn Schilling, but her serve comes up short into the net far side. And Leho gets it back to the Lady Braves. Kurihara sets up Baker off the net. Hogue plays it to Herb. Return by Jackson. Kurihara late, charging towards the net. Schilling unable to get there in time, and Lady Braves now tied it at 12 in the second set. Kinley Hogue holding serve from the center of the back row. Newton for Hood River to return by Chambers. Beck puts it across for the Lady Braves. Kurihara to Sheesby on the return is long, and Lady Braves regain the lead at 13-12. Hood River Valley, members of the 5A Intermountain Conference. And you're going to get a double hit on Hood River Valley. Banks going on a little run here to regain the lead by 2, 14-12. Kinley Hogue serving out well beyond the back row. Dug out by Sheesby. Kurihara dumps it back over, and Kinley Hogue somersaults in an attempt to go after the ball and comes up laughing after that attempt. Almost looked like she was crying, but Sophia Newton, number 2, not number 7, serving for the Lady Eagles. This time long. Banks back with the serve quickly, 15-13 after the service error from Hood River. Serve from Van Domlin, dug out by Sheesby, back row. Kurahara slaps it back across. Noelle Herb takes it away from Kinley Hogue and lifts it over her head out of bounds or out of play. Hood River Valley back within one at 15-14. Jump serve from Sheesby, dug out by Hogue. Herb sets up back for the kill. Sheesby able to dig it out, though. Or are they going to say, yeah, they're going to say it made contact with the floor before Sheesby was able to get underneath it. Kind of almost simultaneous, but Lady Braves will get the point. 16-14. Lindsay Beck with the serve near side. Braves back to a 2-point lead. Serve is short and just wide as McInerney was advised to stay away from it and just misses the near side line. So Hood River Valley back with the serve trailing 16-15 for Kurahara. Dug out by Van Domlin. Herb sets up Jackson far side off the net. Dug out by Sheesby. Kurahara sets it back across. Van Domlin able to dig it back, dig it off the floor. Beck chases it down in the near back corner, but can't get it back across, and we're tied at 16 in the second set. Serve from Kurahara. Popped up by Van Domlin to Herb, returned by Beck, long, nearly, or all the way into the basketball end line. Big River Valley regains the lead 17-16. And we have a Banks timeout. We'll take a 30-second Rob Edwards insurance timeout and be back after this.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your Banks Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
And we're back to live action. Hood River Valley regaining the lead 17-16 in the second set. 2 sets to 25, regardless of no best out of 3 in pool play. Kurahara holding serve for the Lady Eagles. Dug out by Van Domlin, returned by Jackson, and I think we're gonna get a lift on the Braves. Hood River Valley now with a 2-point lead, 18-16. Kurahara serve, dug out far side by Hogue. Herb sets up Jackson, dumps it back across. Kurahara gets it back on the return. Back to Herb. Hogue out of the back row, dug out by Sheesby. Hood River Valley on the return, dug out by Hogue again. Herb to Jackson far side. They're diving to the floor. Chambers returned by Hood River. Coming up short, Haley Jackson. Nice volley that time, both teams. Big point for Hood River Valley to go up 3 here in the late stages of the second set, 19-16. Jackson off the serve, and it's going to be off of Kurahara, out of bounds into the Hood River bench. Lady Braves regain the serve, trailing by 2, 19-17 second set. Serve from Haley Jackson, dug out by Sheesby, far side. And Hood River Valley comes up short into the net as I got screened out. Banks now back within 18, trailing 19-18. Serve from Jackson, dug out back row by number 3 in the game. No name listed on the roster. Beck on the return, and Hood River Valley again comes up short, and Banks able to battle back and tie it at 19. Banks winning the first set 25-20. Serve from Haley Jackson. Dug out by number 3 to Kurahara. Sheesby hits it right between Jackson and Lindsey Beck in the near back corner. Hood River Valley regains the lead 20-19 with Chambers serving for Hood River. Coming in for the Lady Eagles, Sophia Newton replacing Maggie Johnson. Serve from Chambers, dug out by Beck to Herb. Jackson on the return, dug out by Sheesby into the rafters, and has it go out of control, and Hood River Valley cannot track it down without Sheesby making a second hit, so we're tied at 20. Van Domlin will come out, replaced by Appleby. Emma White to serve far side. Dug out by Chambers to Kurahara. Returned by Newton, and we're going to get a hitting error on Hood River. Banks regains the lead 21-20 in the second set. Waiting on a substitution for Hood River as number 3 will come out. Emma White holding serve for the Braves. Dug out by Sheesby to Kurahara. Returned by Hood River, couldn't see who. Herb to Hogue on the kill far side. Dug out by Sheesby, and the return from Banks. Diving is Sheesby, and she knocks it into the back wall. Braves with a 2-point lead late, 22-20 in the second set. We have a timeout. Hood River. Banks trying to get a complete 2-0 win in tournament pool play over Hood River Valley. Taking a look at the Christy Van Meter Caliber Home Loans.
Rankings are important numbers in determining Oregon high school playoffs. So are rankings when choosing a lender to help you with purchasing or refinancing your home. Our local community home loan expert, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, is ready to help you win the day. Call Christy today for all of your home loan needs at 503-327-5302 or caliberhomeloans.com/kvanmeter. Christy Van Meter, NMLS number 1700271, state licensed in Oregon, an equal housing lender. All products are subject to credit and property approval.
Banks 1 point away from picking up a 2-set sweep over Hood River in consecutive sets, 25-20. Kurahara, dug out by Jackson. Returned by Kinley Hogue. Kurahara for Hood River, returned by Sheesby. Herb dumps it back across. Hood River bats it over on the return. Hogue Dug out by Sheesby. Chambers for Hood River. Returned by McInerney for the Lady Eagles. Herb sets up Hogue again. Before the kill, pass. Kayla Sheesby for the win. Banks defeats Hood River Valley 25-20 in consecutive sets. Banks improves to 2-0 and will improve to playoff play later this afternoon. Well, should still have to play Scappoose pretty much immediately. But that will do it for our first game. We'll be back in a short moment with match number 3 of pool play between the Banks Braves and the Scappoose Indians.